with there being so many small children here, we did stop along the way and pick up some simple little toys. Get closer to Alice. There you go, girl. Back up to 10 milligauss.
I was standing behind you when I was looking at my phone, and I thought somebody was walking behind me. I heard footsteps, and I look up, and everybody was in front of me.
Every state, township, and village has its share of myth and legend. Some are steeped in fact, while others were created to make us behave as small children. Our team of researchers and investigators will search out your local stories, from historic sites to homes to cemeteries. If you're bothered by apparitions, by shadows, by things that go bump in the night, we're the ones who bump back. These are living history's mysteries. Hey guys, we're out here at the Mount Zion Cemetery here in Galeen, Michigan. We've only been here a few minutes. I asked Christy on the way up what her feelings were. Her and Mark came out here earlier today and done some preliminary investigating. Checked into some of the names and stuff of the soldiers, done a little bit of recording. I asked her what her feelings were, and she described them as mixed. We will have to see after when dark 30 hits. We're going to check and see if those feelings change. There's a lot of stories about this place, of course. I've got that history that Mark did earlier today. We're going to see if we can find anything here, or if the 109 children that are interned here are at rest.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us at Mount Zion Cemetery tonight. Just to give you a brief history of the cemetery. Mount Zion, also known as Dayton Lake Cemetery, established in 1836. Early settlers used this site for a campground back in the day. Now, what I've heard from a local historian from Galeen Township, he stated that a church by the name of Old Mount Zion Church is known to be built somewhere in this vicinity. Whereabouts, we really don't know. They say it could be where the cemetery is at, or it could be in one of these cornfields in this area. But the church was first known as Bethel Church, owned by the Methodists. There is a mystery to this day as to why it is called Mount Zion Cemetery. Still one of those greatest mysteries of Michigan history there. Inside this cemetery, when I was doing some research, there is a Revolutionary War soldier buried here, several Civil War, and one World War I soldier. The main thing is there is quite a few kids that are buried here. There's about, like Drew said earlier, about 109 kids are buried here that are under age of 10, between the years 1836 all the way up to 1875. Some of the diseases that cause the kids to die is cholera, scarlet fever, leukemia, smallpox. It is be known to be a little haunted as well. There's 3 kids that are buried here that the parents just upped and moved up to Iowa, buried the kids, and never came back since. Now, if you go up to one of the girls by the name of Alice, go up to her grave, some say that you will hear crying. Others will say you will hear screaming. There's a lot of activity of kids playing, laughter. So this one is going to be a little emotional tonight. So I think this is going to be the most saddest cemetery that we've gone to so far tonight.
Now, one thing we did do, which is completely out of the norm, with there being so many small children here, we did stop along the way and pick up some simple little toys, balls, stuffed animals, things like that to leave out by some of the graves. I guess to maybe help them to possibly communicate with us, to show them that they're still loved and that they're still important to someone. We're making our way out back here to the back tree line of the of Mount Zion. I was told this area right back through here seemed to have felt the most active. I know it's really hard to see without a spotter, but we're going to see if we can pick up any noises out here yet. There was something right there, but I only caught it with the last second of my eye. I didn't see. I couldn't see if it fluttered or if it floated. For the remaining minute and a half of this initial walk, we picked up no more light anomalies, but there were several small, barely distinctive noises from the tree line immediately to our right side. Listen for yourself. They were too faint to identify in editing. So run down.
Sad. Do you think the kids would be more active if Christy talked? Because of a female voice?
I was actually thinking about that, seeing if maybe we could get some kind of an EVP or some kind of an audible something before we use any of the equipment to try to talk to them, and maybe have her do the talking, since it's obvious that they're missing their mother. And with her being a mother, they might be able to sense that. They might not. Who knows?
What do you think, Christy?
I could do that.
It's up to you. It's an idea.
Not in toys.
Hmm?
Not in toys. I just never know what to say.
I'll be there with you.
Where's the other? Did you ever find the other Alice?
No. Florence, Alice, George, can you hear us?
Hey guys, how are you? Can you talk to us?
Understood. Your parents, just after they buried you, they just up and left to Iowa.
Nothing. Oh, clear over to 10 milligauss. All right, you're back on, girl.
Camera go off?
It's, wow, skipped 1.5, went straight to 2.5 when you was just talking. Get closer to Alice. There you go, girl, back up to 10 milligauss.
Thought you guys would like to play with some toys. Hope you like them.
There is definitely electromagnetic energy going on out here. Here, tell you what. Can you do that again, Alice? Can you make all the pretty lights light up? Try to make all the pretty lights light up for me. Come on.
Go all the way to the red. Can you make the lights go all the way onto the red?
Come on. I know you're a big girl. I know if anybody here can do it, it could be you.
Got the green. Got another one. Keep going.
Or Alice, do you just like the color green?
Light them all up.
Come on, sweetie. See this box right here? Can you see the pretty colors? Come on. Make them all light up for me. Be a big girl.
Good job, honey.
Good job, sweetheart. Good job.
Drew, I just saw an orb went before all the colors went out.
We're at on the...
Yeah, just before all the colors, there was an orb that went.
All right, we're going to take it over. We're going to see if your Bubby can light it up now. We'll see if Bubby can make it all pretty. Hi, George. Do you like your toys? Nice. I'm glad you like them. I'm glad. George, can you see the pretty collars on this box?
Make them light up if you can.
Can you see the collars, George? You want me to lay the box down by your toys? Okay, I'll get wet for you. Here. Oh, look at you. You made it go clear up the yellow. Good boy. Oh, there's red too. Good boy, George. All right, we're going to take it over to your little sissy now. We're going to see if she can do it. Hi, Florence. I hope you like your toys. Oh, you do. Florence, honey, can you see the pretty collars? Can you see the pretty collars, Florence? The light green and the yellow and the brown and the red. Can you see them? Here, let me put it down here where your pretty toys are at. Can you see them now, Florence? Good girl. Can you make all the pretty collars light up? Can you show me how big and strong you are? Look at you, all the way up to gold. Good girl.
You are a good girl, aren't you? Can you light any more collars up? Oh, all the way back up to gold again. I know you're still little. It's all right. It's all right. Thank you for lighting up all the pretty collars for me, kids.
All the way up to orange. Let's see if maybe I can tighten that down just a hair more. Oh, there was an orb right there. It is too damn cold for bugs out here. Alright, we're going to try this. Okay, Alice, I'm going to put a little black box on top of your stone, honey. I want you to try to talk to me, okay? Did it bother you, sweetheart, when your mommy and daddy left? Do you know where they went? You know something? I'm gonna change boxes, honey, because I don't like this box. It don't do you any justice. Can you talk to that box, Alice? Got Mr. D'Armond there. D'Armond there.
His family.
All right, guys. Well, here it is, the 19th of October. And just between us, that's sleet you're seeing. So these are all D'Armond
Yes.
down through here? How many of them were soldiers?
Just him.
Just him?
Just William. Got the wife. Dad. Brother.
Private Ferguson. I'm going to put this black box right up here on top, sir. Could you communicate with us? Could you tell us something? I know you must get awful lonely being out here in the middle of nowhere. being the only one here from your time period. Uh-huh. I understand. I see how that could be. Were you at Valley Forge, sir, with General Washington?
Orb just went through. That was sleet.
Did it?
One was an orb, one was sleet.
What was it like at Valley Forge, sir? You remember?
Orb.
Could you light some of these pretty lights up, if you understand me? How many of them you light up is totally up to you. Sir, do you have anything to say? Are you resting peacefully?
Hey,
Hello.
cemetery's closed at night, people.
Okay.
There's a sign right here.
Okay, I'm pretty sure you guys didn't catch any of that. I'm sure you heard the truck roll up right before I stopped filming. One of the Sebastis that live here in the area that helps to watch out for this place was stopping to make sure that we weren't out here doing anything malicious. We told him that we were out here not only investigating but also doing the history on the place, and we were leaving toys for the children, and he informed us that he had some small children, ancestors, that were over here, so we're making sure and leaving some toys behind for them as well. They try to enforce the dusk till dawn no trespassing rule here, but I think we're going to hang for a little longer. He was pretty eased up by the time he left after we all talked to him, so we'll see what happens. I didn't even get a chance to ask a question. Is anybody here with me? Is anyone close by? Are you a male or a female? Female. Are you a child or an adult? A child. Okay. Are you under 10 or over 10? Okay. Are you safe? Are you strong? Are you at peace? Okay. All three. All right. Does it upset you what people are doing out here, knocking over graves and stuff? Does it make you angry? Uh-huh. Oh, yes. Well, you do have a little energy, don't you? Look at you hold that gold light on. Big and strong.
It's Back to the Future.
Yes. Alright guys, I am picking up some heller shear forces out here. I'm going to move where we can get a better look at this. Now just a moment ago, this arrow, which is beware. Beware of where the arrow is pointing at. Beware of how it's moving erratically. Where'd my light go? Okay, so what's going on, girl?
I was standing behind. I was behind you when I was looking at my phone, and I thought somebody was walking behind me. I heard footsteps, and I look up, and everybody was in front of me. And I asked them, I'm like, were one of you guys behind me? And they said, no, it must have been a tree branch. And I look up, you know, in this area, and I'm like, there's nothing but sky up there.
No tree branches.
I'm like, I don't think that was it.
Huh.
But it sounded like 2 or 3 footsteps. I expected to see one of them behind me.
Is anybody here with us? So this one, we're going to pull out the big dog.
There's an orb that just went behind Christy.
I just heard something move out in the woods myself. All right, guys, this is something we don't normally do. I think we're gonna succumb to the neighbors' wishes. We're picking up too many fluctuating fields and orbs out here. I know we picked up EVPs on the equipment, and I know that when we go through edit, we're going to find some voices and stuff on tape. There's a lot of activity here, but beware is the only thing that's come through any of the equipment that looks hostile.
Drew, you just went all blurry.
Which means something just stepped between me and the camera.
You are totally blurry. I mean, I can see you, but it's not clear at all. Let me see. Oh, this just made it worse. So,
Is that better?
now it is.
Okay. Well, I guess I got to do this from here.
Hold on.
Is that good?
Yeah, you're good. It went back.
Okay.
You're good now.
Yeah, the only activity we have found that seems negative is the word beware, and it never did answer when I asked what we were to beware of. We dropped off toys to a lot of small children tonight. I hope we made a difference. But we've had one of the locals stop by. We also dropped off some toys at his ancestors who were small children. There's just, I know we're going to find a lot on tape, on recording. I just,
It sounds like the people doesn't want us to be here. That's what I'm picking up. So,
yeah, I didn't get much communication on anything.
no, nothing.
Yeah, we got more communication out of the living relative that walked by, and at first he wanted to run us off, but then he was cool with us being here. So.
Right. After you told them that we were historians and all that, so, and then, but
Yeah, I don't know. You guys might have got it. I might have got it on recording. I might not have. But when he first pulled up, he said he didn't want us messing with them. He didn't want them bothered or want them getting up from where they were. So he just said he wanted them to stay where they were. So.
you know, after we told them that we don't do anything malicious or anything, we're just here to collect stories. Like we're historians. We want to get their side, see what happened. So they want to be known.
But I'm sure we got enough on here to once again show that there is activity at this little cemetery. It's in a lot of need of repair, but then again, so is the entire town. So, you know, maybe by us doing this, we'll bring a little attention to a little ghost town on Highway 12 heading west out of Niles, between Niles and Three Oaks, and maybe make a difference. Maybe people will see it and want to do something.
Me growing up in this area, it has gone downhill these past few years. The only thing that's still open pretty much is the Bungalow Inn. Great burgers, by the way, too. Can't go wrong with a bar burger.
That the one right on the corner down there?
Yeah.
Little white place?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been by there a few times.
Yeah, very popular with snowmobilers too. But that's pretty much the only area when it's just packed. When it's snowing out, snowmobiles come in and that bar is packed.
You okay, Tater Tot?
Yep.
Not freaked out no more? Still freaked out?
Good.
Just startled me a bit when I looked up and
Well, you know, when you realize
everybody
that
was in
you're-
front of me.
Yeah, when you're here with a certain number of people and you hear them behind you, but then you look up and they're all in front of you. Yeah, it has a tendency of making you, yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Make it pucker, don't it?
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
So, all right, guys. Thanks for checking out Mount Zion Cemetery with us. Like I said, I hope we made a difference. That's it. I mean, that's the main reason we're out here, is to make a difference. So, we'll catch you on down the road.
Yeah, we're standing next to three graves here. These were three kids: Florence, Alice, and George. These kids were John and Mary's dry breads kids. Florence died when she was 1 year old. Alice 6. George 2. What happened was, after Alice died, they pretty much, after they buried her, they pretty much took off, went out to Iowa, and left their kids here. Not maternity, went all the way out to Iowa to pretty much start a new life. Went there, had a couple more kids, raised a family there. Not even once come back here and pay the respects to their first three kids that they have when they were living in Killeen. Investigators have been shown that if you go by Alice's grave at nighttime, you'll be able to hear screaming and crying and stuff. So my guess is she's trying to find where her parents are at, if they're buried here or not.
And action.
So we're standing next to the grave of Corporal William D. Armand, listed in Company G, 26 Michigan Regiment, and back in August 15th, 1862, age 26. He died in summer of 64 with severe wounds to the leg and foot that received in action at Spotsylvania, Virginia, during May 12th of 1864. Now, not many people, some people know Spotsylvania was part of the Overland Campaign with Wilderness, Cold Harbor, Five Forks. That wasn't really General Grant's finest moments of being a Union general. Union suffered heavy casualties during that campaign, especially the first 20 minutes of Battle of Cold Harbor. He lost about 19,000 men in 20 minutes. So we're standing next to this headstone by the name of James Ross, Corporal, enlisted in Company G, 26 Michigan, back in August 14th, 1862, age 29. Corporal Ross died of disease on January 14th, 1864. Some of his service records included the New York draft riots right after the Battle of Gettysburg in 1863, and also he was at the Battle of Mines Run. That was also another battle that just took place just right after the New York riots in 1863 as well. So, 26 wasn't at Gettysburg, but there were several regiments after the Battle of Gettysburg went up to the riots to calm things down, because that was pretty much your very first draft riots of a war. So here we're standing next to the grave of Charles H. Bryant, another person from the 26th Michigan, enlisted in Company A, February 26, 1864, age 26. He died of disease in Detroit, February 21st, 1865. Unfortunately, that's all the information I got on Mr. Bryant here. They didn't say what kind of disease or anything or what he has. My guess is just he probably got the soldier's cough. Was what he got. It was kind of like another version of the soldier's flu during the Civil War. You're like, hey, dumbass, go.
Go.
Can you hear me all the way from there?
Hey, Mark, you realize you're not standing
Speak
on
loudly.
Alice, you're standing
We'll
on
see.
Alice, right?
You know I'm still standing on the bridge, right?
Well, you know,
And action. God, I got his fingers thinking about that now. Your what? Your fingers. That's what I'm thinking about right now.
I'm recording.